Good morning. My name is J.J. Elbron, son of Thomas Elbron, and today I'm going to basically interview him on his journey during his life.
Good morning. I'm Thomas Elbron. Pleasure to be here.
Dad, please tell me about your childhood, family, and school life as you were growing up, and where did you grow up?
I grew up in Meade, Colorado, a little farm, a little two-house farmhouse, and I used to walk a half mile to get the bus to school. I attended kindergarten in Platteville, Colorado, before we moved to Greeley, Colorado, where I spent the rest of my life up to the age of 18. There were a brother, 3 sisters, and mother and father in a little 2-room house. We had an outhouse for a bathroom, and we used tubs to bathe our bodies.
Okay. During your childhood, what do you feel was one of the most important historical events or period of time that you have lived through?
I think the biggest event of my lifetime at that time in the 40s was World War II, when we were fighting the Japanese and the Germans on both sides. We had several blackouts even though we were out in the country, but it was exciting to turn off all the lights and expect that we were going to get bombed at any minute. Of course we never did, but it was exciting.
Tell me a little bit about when we were visiting Colorado, what you would see as a child, like those, I guess you call them concentration camps.
We, as a child, during World War II, we had a prisoner of war camp that was just a few miles outside of town. And my dad worked there training the German prisoners on how to use radio. So my brother Frank and I would visit quite often during World War II, up until 1942-43. The officers were kept north of Greeley, Colorado, in a town called Eaton. They separated the officers from the enlisted men. So we would visit both places. And the thing that we liked about it is the prisoners were friendly, and they would give us jackets that said POW on the back. We thought that was the coolest thing, to wear a POW jacket, denim jacket with the letters POW.
How do you think this influenced your personality?
I think seeing prisoners being captured and being maintained under guard teaches you a lot. It helps you get a real good perspective on life, because nobody likes to be a prisoner. Nobody wants to be a slave, so that it was a big deal for us, my brother and I.
Okay. What is the biggest change that you have seen in how people conduct their everyday lives today?
To me, I was born in at the very beginning of the computer age. In 1966, after going to IBM school and picking up computer programming, from that point on, my entire life has been computers, cell phones, etc., internet, the entire thing. So my entire life from 1960, 62, 65 on has been pretty much dedicated to working with computers, developing systems, and going into the internet. So it's been an exciting time, I think, in my life.
What have been the best years of your life so far?
The best years of my life is going back to when I was courting your mother. That was the most exciting time in my life, when I was in my early 20s. It was just exciting to be alive every day, working with cars and trying to court your mother and trying to be successful at that. So that to me was, if I could live that again, I would do it.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, when you get to be 76, your plans are limited. But I still have plans. My plans are to keep my family tighter together like I have been, to enjoy life, and just live with the Lord, and thank God for the many blessings that He's given me.
Okay. Now, we can either go through these, by decade or what. So, what do you remember about the 20s, about your 20s.
I'll go through it by my life changes. So when I was 20,
Okay.
I said I was supporting your mother, having a great time, just carefree life, enjoying it, drinking quite a bit of beer, and just having a lot of fun. And then I get into my 30s, and my children started to come in, and that was exciting. As we got our children into our family, that was probably equally exciting as in my 20s. And then I started buying my first house in the 40s. And when I got into my 40s, I started my company, Excalibur Consulting Group, and that brought a whole new way of life for me. It meant a lot more work. We got more children, and it was exciting. It was a very rewarding time in my life where I feel I gained an awful lot. And then I get into my 60s, and things started to slow down a little bit. Business slowed down. My health started to go down once I hit 70 years old. So the whole pattern of life has been where I reached a crescendo at the age 30, 40s, and now, like everything else, I'm starting to slow down, which is perfect. I feel very good about my life overall.
Let's go back and into your 20s. How did you meet your wife, and how did that come about?
It was great. We came to Chicago in 1955 to try to find employment. I had the occasion to take my sister and your mother to a party. We just gave them a ride to a little party. That's the first time I met her. And I knew right away. I said, oh, wow. I said, wow, this is the girl for me, no doubt about it. I made up my mind right first time. I made up my mind right then and there that I was going to try to win her over. And I just laid out a plan, just being a nice guy, and it worked. Thank God it worked.
There are some ages we don't look forward to. What birthday would you say were you least enthusiastic about, and why?
Well, growing up as a child, being poor in Colorado, because I didn't know it at the time, but we were very, very poor. But we did celebrate birthdays. I think my first birthday I celebrated was when I was 21. But I don't particularly look forward to birthdays because it just means that I'm getting older by the day. So I don't relish birthdays anymore. Never did.
If you could go back to any age, which age would you be, or what age would it be, and why?
Well, there are a couple of ages I'd like to do over. I'd like to do my 20s over so I could enjoy just courting your mother. That's a big one. The other one would be when I first started my business. I wish at the time that I started my business I had had a higher education. But as you know, in my time, a high school diploma was like having a bachelor's or even a master's of some kind. Because my high school diploma opened a lot of doors for me. I'd walk into some place and they'd say, oh, you have a high school diploma, take a test, and they say, can we hire you today? You don't have that happening today, even people that have masters. But that high school diploma opened a lot of doors for me and really got me started in the computer industry.
How do you feel now about growing older? What do you think was or is the hardest thing about growing older, and what's the best thing about growing older?
Well, let's talk about the hardest thing about growing older. When you start losing your ability to do a lot of things that you did as a man of 50, 40 years old, where you could still run around and you could stand and do floor work, well, do anything you wanted to, you could do. And now that I'm getting older, now that I've reached 76, illness is taking its toll. I don't have the strength I used to have, and I miss the strength, I miss the dexterity of my body. I don't have it anymore. I can't paint a room without stopping. And at one time I could paint an entire room and trim it with just taking a lunch break. And now I can't do that anymore. So that's you hate to lose that, but that's old age. And what you have to do now is embrace old age and just build on memories and try to unite your family together and just show everybody the amount of love you can have for them. family
Mhm.
and enjoy what the good Lord has given you up to date, which is a tremendous amount. He's blessed me from one point to the other. Thank God.
Do you think about the future and make plans? What are your concerns for the future? Not just yourself, but maybe for your family.
My plans for some time now have been the financial security of my family. And thank God, I think I've pretty much achieved that for my family. Very proud of all my children. They've all advanced. They all have stable families, well educated, thanks to their mother. But I think we're just looking forward to enjoying life every day. Hopefully the illness will let me live a better life. If not, it's okay. I've had a great life.
What have you liked best about your life so far? What's one of your happiest or proudest moments?
Oh, I think I got a lot of them. I got 14 happy moments. All these beautiful grandchildren. God bless them with some beautiful grandchildren that I thoroughly enjoy. I just don't see them enough, but I sure do enjoy them. They're beautiful, and they bring a lot of joy to my life. Just looking at them. They don't have to talk to me. Just look at me, and it's a good feeling. It's a great feeling.
What do you feel has or have been the important successes in your life and the frustrations maybe?
Well, the important success in my life is I've always prayed to the Holy Spirit for success in my business. And my business since 1981, for 32 years, grew tremendously. And I give credit to the Holy Spirit for putting me in the right place at the right time to find new contracts. Since 1981, I never lacked for a good contract.
Mm-hmm.
And I could go somewhere and business would just pop up. And I reward the Holy Spirit for blessing me with that. But I think the Holy Spirit was simply paying me back for the good I did for my children. Mm-hmm. I honestly feel that what I did for my children, I received from the Holy Spirit. So it was a good payoff.
Okay. What about any frustrations?
The frustrations were, had I realized that a higher education would have opened more doors, maybe. I didn't have it, but I made the best I could.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so your education was sort of...
My education was a little frustration at times because I didn't have the business degree that I could have used to do a better job of running Excalibur. Mm-hmm. I feel that I did okay. Wow. I can't imagine what I could have done with a business degree.
Oh, okay.
Who knows?
I gotcha. What do you think the turning points have been in your life? What were you like then?
I think the turning point in my life is as I brought my children in. I bought a big house for just 2 or 3 of us, but I quickly filled it. And I think the reward of having a full house of children is something you just can't put a value on. Mm-hmm. It was tremendous. It's been a tremendous 30-some years.
What were you like then, like during those times?
Oh, during those early years, I was rambunctious. I did a lot of traveling. I enjoyed my travel. I traveled to every major city in the United States. Spent a lot of weekends away from the children, which I didn't like. But there was an opportunity to bring in more revenue, so I jumped on it. I really have no regrets doing all that travel. But I think I needed to do it in order to maintain my family, so I did it.
Okay. What have been the most influential experiences in your life from growing up? Like, talk a little bit about maybe like when you were young with your...
I think the most influential experience that I've had, when I was a young man at 15, 14, we worked a lot of farm work. I drove a truck. At the age of 12, I would drive a truck every summer until I was 18 years old. And watching my dad had a paralyzed left arm, and he would get in and he would dig in like the rest of the men of the crew, and he never let down. Watching him put the effort through with one arm that a man would put through with 2 arms. All farm labor is manual labor. It 2 hands, 2 feet to do the work. Yeah, my dad would dig in with 1 arm, and he would almost keep up with men that had 2 arms. And I watched that from a young age. I helped him work the farm. We worked beets, sugar beets. We picked potatoes. We cleaned corn. We thrashed wheat. We did a lot of good manual labor. And I think those 5 years taught me an awful lot. So.
Any other time period that you think?
Yeah, the other time period was well, the big one was when I finally decided to go to school and pick up computer programming, which was 50 years ago. That it was a whole new experience. I enjoyed it, and it paid off.
Okay. What, if anything, would you have done differently in your life?
I think I would have tried to spend more time with my children and maybe not look forward to making so much money. But on the other hand, I needed the money to raise you children. So I think I took the right road. I wish I'd spent more time with each of you, but that's behind me now.
Okay. How do you define a good life or a successful life?
I define a good life with what people think of you. A successful life is when you bring a lot of money. I think I've had a good life because a lot of people today, a lot of people call me just to say, well, a lot of people send me hundreds of texts just to say they're praying for me. And to me, that's having a good life. When I walk into a room and people come up and greet me and hug me and say, Uncle Tom, how you doing today? To me, that's a good life. I could have easily just had a successful life only, made a little more money, but I enjoy family and friends. I thoroughly do.
Okay. What do you see as your place or purpose in life?
At this time of life, I see myself as more or less a family model. I like when my tens of nieces and nephews just call me and talk to me. It's a good feeling to know that people have a certain amount of respect for you out there, for who you are. So I think that's a big thing for me.
And what would you like people to know or to remember you by, or about you?
I think John 5:16 tells it all. Put your light up on the hill, and then do good things with it, so that the people you're doing things for will thank God for Tom Albert.
Okay. I want to go back a little bit to your family. Talk a little bit about your brothers and sisters, and even let's talk about all of Mom's.
Okay, good.
And all of your brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws.
Good. I'm really very, very happy with my life, because our 2 families, the family from Colorado, 3 sisters and a brother, and the family from Chicago, have all melded in together so well. They get along like one big happy family, and that's something you don't achieve. You just pray that it works out for you. But the family I have in Chicago is like a real family, sisters and brothers. The family I have in Colorado is sisters and brothers, and it's a tremendous thing to see them get together for parties and celebrations. It's been that way for my 56 years of being married. Something you take for granted, but when you stop and think about it, it's tremendous to have 2 big families come together in unison and enjoy each other's company. The sisters in Chicago, we refer to as the tias, the aunts, are tremendous people. I've known them 56, 57 years, and it's beautiful. When we get together, it's like brother and sister. I don't look at them as in-laws; they're brother and sisters. The 2 brothers, Pete Allen and Rito. It's just great. I love it, and I enjoy having us all get together. We travel together quite a bit, and we enjoy each other's company. So that's something everybody should try to achieve is happiness in the family, unity in the family so you can enjoy life. It's the only way to do it.
And what about like your direct? You want to talk a little bit about Tia Bonita, Tia Mary, and Carmen, and Uncle Frank?
Ah, they're wonderful people. Wonderful people. Sometimes I get under the skin because I try to collect their lives, but that's my personality, and I've always done it, and I'll continue to do it. And you know, they learn to cope with it. They learn to cope with it. It's been good. We don't see each other as often as I'd like, especially the last few years. But at one time we saw each other 3-4 times a year, and it was great. We loved every minute of it.
Okay. Anything else you wanna add to?
No, I'm just thankful to God, the Holy Spirit, for all the blessings that He's given me. The most beautiful wife in the world, beautiful children. The grandchildren are tremendous, and the more I get, the more I like. It's an enjoyable life. I wouldn't trade it for anything, for anybody. I think I have the best life. I don't know another person that has been blessed as much as I am by the Lord. I think God has blessed me much more than I deserve, but I'll take it. Thank you, God. I'll take it.
All right. This is it. Thanks, Dad.
Okay, thank you. God bless you. Thanks.